Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now, I'm in Australia and we've got a really interesting day. It looks like it's a little bit sunny out there, but I'm not going out there in that. So I'm home today. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go to the doctor, but I don't know whether I will or not. I don't know what she's going to do for me, but anyway. So I've been working on this piece here yesterday, and I just wanted to come back on here today because I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things people asked me. I want to show you a few bits. Now, I used silk ribbon. Now, it was Annette Stanford, asked me about buying, if there was any ribbon that you could use on Temu that you could buy, and I haven't bought any off there, and I don't know if I would buy the ribbon unless I knew it was silk ribbon from a shop, or I went myself, because you don't know what it's going to be like, what's the name of it, what it's made like, because some of them that are really stiff like this are not easy to use at all, but people do use it, but it's not easy. You can get this one here, it's like they used to put on the baby's bonnets. It's a soft one and it's not too bad. This is a satin ribbon. I think this is a satin ribbon too, but it's a softer sort of thing, you know. It's very soft. This is a satin ribbon and it's really soft. It's a really soft one. And then you can get organza ones, like you can get this size on the reels, but you can also you can buy this on Temu, but I don't know what size it is. There's this one here. I've had this for a long time. I didn't want to pull out too much stuff because, I've already overdone with the stuff in here, so there's too much about. But so this one here, it's a bit wide to use, and I don't think I would. But you can get it. I'd use it by folding it in half, making a flower out of that. That'd be what I'd do with that one, stitching it. But mostly, if you could get the silk ribbon, it's best to use that. It's not really that expensive. Now, on this, there'd be 2.5 yards, and that one probably only cost a couple of dollars. Well, that wouldn't, but that's only because it's on there. You can buy a great big lot, of, this says it's 50% silk and 45% nylon, but I suppose it could be. I might be telling you, the wrong thing, but this is definitely a nylon one. There's no silk in this one. If you went and bought it on the internet, you'd probably end up with this sort of thing, and it's not really easy to sew with. This one here is okay. I'm going to show you how they will work. Majority of the time you want to try and see if you can get something that's pretty open weave to work on, okay? These are not too bad. These is like, I don't know actually what it is. I don't know if it's going to be any good either, if it's going to be too... But it doesn't matter. It just depends how you want to... whether you want to work, whether you want to do this or not, whether you put something through here that this is this thick, You could probably buy this a thinner one, but it will work nicely. I mean, it'll go back through there and make a... But if you can't do it like that, you're going to have to get the pokey tool. This is a little bit... something that I don't know if I'd really do unless I really wanted to, to do it with this, because you still can't get... Oh, well, I did, and people have done it. Don't get me wrong. It's a thing. This one might be better to use though. I'm going to have a go at that now. I'll cut that off. I know I shouldn't be wasting this, but I don't think it's wasted because I'm showing you how to use it. This one here should be a bit more open. Yeah, well, see, that's your problem. You can't get that through there, so it's never going to work. I've got this one here's a nice bit of that linen, but I don't think it's going to go through that either. It isn't. It's just too thick, this sort of thing, and that you'd never get that through there either because you're building up this big lump on the end. So if you want to, you get the organza ribbon. I mean, I've got a fair bit of that all over the place because I've collected it up in the time. You can make a rolled spiderweb rose or something with the thicker one if you want to make your first hole to put your needle through in the first place, because you don't have to go through there anymore, just once. So you thread it on and you take it back through here, right? Now when you're doing this, you want to put, yesterday when I was doing this, I didn't show you, so this is not easy, but it went through. Have I got a knot? No, but I won't have a knot. It just depends, because sometimes you'll make a big bubbly effect on the back and you might not want that. So when you're doing this one here, excuse me, I might have to get a drink of water. I don't know if I said I'm supposed to go to the doctor tomorrow. I don't know what she's going to do for me. This has been going on for a long time. I think I got a different thing than the thing I had the first time. But anyway, so we're going to get our piece of ribbon, and when we do this bit, we don't want to take these stitches too far apart, okay? Not too far apart, otherwise you'll end up with some goofy looking thing, which I was probably making yesterday, I don't remember now. Oh yeah, with the ribbon. Yes, so don't do it too far apart, okay? Go down in through like that and push it through, okay? And that goes through fairly easy. And then you've got this nice little rose thing, look at that. See, that looks really good. Now that's the organza one, and that one there's only about, not even a centimetre, that's 3/4 of an inch, actually, 1/3 of an inch, actually it is. So that's not a bad size to use for things like that, because you can make lots of nice little flowers with that. And you know what? In the past, I've had these ribbons and not really used them as much. So, well, that I just don't know about that. But anyway, so we'll cut that one off, because that worked really well, didn't it? Now this one here is it's a lot thinner, and it's easier to use. Not so that you'd be absolutely, wanting to use it. If you had it, you could use it, okay? So now I'm going to get a piece of thread, which I'm surrounded by, I'm sure. Here, look at that, there's a bit there. I'll put this needle, how come I've got two of them now with that on it. Okay, so we need a piece of thread to start with, and we're going to make this rose. So we're going to put spiderweb rose. We need 5 or 7. I think 5 is nice. Just depends what you want to do, what the look that you're going for, okay? So you want to do, I say, that's, because it went back. See, I pulled that back part through it. I tell you, it's all the time to look at, and I never did it myself. And you come out to the side here, and you go across there, which I probably shouldn't have did that. What am I thinking about? I don't know. I made a mistake. I did the video first, and I made a mistake on it, so I had to turn it off and take it off, and now I'm doing another one for you. My room's just really out of control, and I can't find anything, and, well, I know where it is. It's all piled up on top of one another, so I think my husband's very pleased with me making this mess. Sometimes he says something, he goes, all that work we put into it, he says, no, I don't blame him. But I'm just going to have to, I suppose, I always say that I'm just going to have to keep putting things back. I'm just going to have to. I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of it, because it's just got no room. Things that I don't use all the time. So you got that, right? Like a little, I think it is a little person, his head and his 2 arms and his 2 legs, okay? Well, you got to have an imagination when you do these things. Don't stick that through there, Sonia, that won't be good. So I'll finish that off there, right? Now, I'm going to get this one here. I've got a big needle. I don't know if I need it to be this big, but I've got it anyway. Because you need something that's going to, well, I don't know if I need that, to be honest. And these, for some reason, they're really long. I don't know what I've done, why I haven't got something a bit shorter. This one here it's got a big hole in it, and you've got to realise too that that's going to make that hole in your work. So that's going to make a big enough hole for this to follow through, I'd imagine. So please don't go through your cotton, because that'll wreck all what you've done. You can see that I've been doing reckon what I've done, can't you? So push it through. Now make sure that it's not going through them pieces. If I got it through, right, I'm pleased about that. Now I'm going to hold this over here, because now you just want to go around through the top of this, and this will make you a nice rose. I've got heaps of... You go over the first one and under the second one, or vice versa, whichever way you want to do it. And then you just keep going, like weaving it round here, that way, okay? Under, over. That's over, so this will be under. Right. So then that's over and this one's under. Gee, that's sharp. Pretty thick too to be pushing that through there. But it will turn out really nice. And also cover up, so over, under. It'll cover up all those threads that you put there. So whether you make the little stitches out of the same colour as the ribbon you're going to use, that's up to you. Because eventually, if you keep going around here, you're not going to be able to see them, right? So you just keep going until you've got a nice little rose. And that's... This ribbon will work really good for that. This is a satin ribbon, and it works really good for that. All you've got to do is get your immediate, well, the first bit through that you've got. That's all you have to do with that. Get that through there. There you go, look at that. Isn't that snazzy? I think that this looks really nice. I've done a lot of this. I think there's a picture of one of the boxes that I made up on the group that we've got, and people can go over and join the Facebook group. I don't sort of mention that, and I probably should, and put up your work and show us show everybody what you do. See, look at that now. There's a really nice rose there. See. Sorry about this. I'm going to have a bit of an itch there. Now I'm going to go back underneath where you are here. You don't want to go out away from it. Come back underneath here and just push that back through to the back. Righto. And you should have that. So, really pretty, isn't it? Might have to finish all that and make a tag. Well, I could do that one day but then again I can show you another stitch or two I could while I'm here, couldn't I? So that's how that one works. This one here would probably make a good one of these as well. I don't know, my husband probably needed me now, maybe he doesn't. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's actually cleaning something. He had to clean something the cat did. I don't know. Not a bad thing like that. Cat fur off the bed or something. I don't know. In the spare room, he seems to go in there and get on the spare bed, and there's a bit of cat fur on. I think he wanted to clean that, and he's going to wash the blankets and air it all out. I know it's not spring yet, but we're starting to sort of look at doing a bit of tidying around. Because once you could probably did it in a day, now it takes you a little bit longer as you get a bit older. I used to be able to get my room cleaned up in just, a couple of days by myself. Not anymore. I suppose it's got a lot of stuff in it. I'm going to try my best though. I'm going to have a good go at it, as long as I don't let it stress me out. So this one is like I said, but I think the best thing you can do in it is go and find yourself something at a shop. If you can get it from the opportunity shops, the second-hand place, that's a good idea. But, you want to do that, because if you buy it online, it's hard to see what you're getting. You can't really tell what it's going to be like until you do get it. And I shouldn't have did that, because I don't really want that big knot there. That's going to make that bulky. And what I do then is I push them all down like so, and just put a couple of little stitches in them, and they're not going to go anywhere. Instead of having the big knots behind it, I'm going to do one of these with this blue. So I need just to go back here. So I'm only about 1.5 inches away, or about 3 centimetres away, and I want to just make small stitches, not too big, small stitches like this. and push that down into there, righto. And don't go through the other piece of ribbon. That's a big thing for me, not to go through the other piece of work. There's nothing worse than you're doing a nice piece of work. The next thing you know, you've got them pushed your thread through. Yeah, well, see, this is not easy. I recommend the organza to do this flower. I do, really, because this is not easy. That's a big needle though that I've got there. I don't know where's my needle box, because I didn't put all my needles into that other box. So therefore, here we go. I haven't put them all in my needle book, I should say, that I made. I never got round to doing that yet. I've been probably faffing about with other things, so maybe I'll find something in here that I can use, I hope. Because you need something that's got a point, good sharp point on it. Reasonably good hole in it. Aha, he's the bloke, look at that. That could be, could be a chenille, but I think it's, yeah, it could be a chenille needle, could be a crewel one. When you go to buy it, look at the thing. If you can't get them in the shops, you should be able to see what they are online. There are bits there that I need. Could have some in here yet, because I haven't taken the stuff out of this one either. I know, here's another one. Now see, it just depends too what size hole it's going to make for you, so I must get into that and move them over into that other book. Yes, like I've got a lot of other things that I want to do too, but I'll get to it one day, we'll see. Well, that came out because I didn't have it, not in it. But now if we can back this up, because then, see, that's going to be wasted, isn't it? This needle's too thick. It kind of has to be, but when you go to go through the piece of fabric, it doesn't work so good, okay? I don't think this will either, to be honest with you. I think this is sort of something that's best left to do this sort of thing with. That there. It's up to you. If you want to struggle with it, if you want to fight with it, you know. But I'm past that. I just couldn't fight with it. You're better off to get some really nice satin ribbon if you can. There's a really good place here in Australia, and I can find the link. Corinne's got it up on her channel, and I bought my ribbon from there, and it's really beautiful. And you get a fair bit for your money. If you put $10 in there, you'll get a fair bit. I think there's a fair bit of a ribbon for $10. I don't know if I showed you how much I got the last time, but I've got two lots in the past, but it's really nice. It's not I got a lot here that was actually here. A lot here I've had for years, but these are the ones that I got. So you can get a range of all the purples or all the mauves, or I think I got those in the greens. Some green there, see? I think that's what I got. And I'm saying that this is not all, because there would be more. I just, yeah, so I just, and the thickness that you want, I can tell you by what's on here, is, this is a 4mm that says, and that's a tiny thing, a millimetre, right? So that's the yellow one, and that's that wide there. See, this costs $2.30, and there's 2 meters on there. But you know what? I'm sure that's not what you pay now. You know, I'm nearly sure that's not what you'd pay now. I mean, it'd be a bit cheaper. This one here's the green one. You can see the width of that there. It's 4mm. This one here, this blue one, it's 7mm. You can see by. So go and pick out something. I've got, and these, I think I've got some pinks as well, some pink colours. But they're too, I found when I bought these, they were not wide enough. Were they good for that, for what you want, something like that size? But you need to have something of this width. I think a few of these. This is a variegated one, and this one is about, is that 7mm for. What's this one here? This is 7, yeah, well 5, if you can get 5 is good. I think 5 would be nice. So this is another organza one. This is a silk organza, and it's really pretty. But an ordinary organza would be... I've actually pulled some fabric apart. I was thought about trying to use that on those roses, so I might do that too sometime and see if that works. There's a bit of rat cord in there. These ones here have got... These have got wire in them. And they're good to use to make a... So I'm going to try this piece of, what do you call this? Taffeta, maybe? Maybe it is. It's a very thin one. Could be a bit of silk. No, it's not, is it? Rayon-y thing, I think. Anyway, so we do need a big needle to go through the first place, so we're just going to have to. We're just going to have to put the big needle through it, aren't we? There's nothing else for it. It won't go through if you don't. I've only... Well, what I did, my work that I showed in that thing, is put on with... I put it on... I always use silk thread. I always use the silk... I'll get the word here in a minute. Satin fabric, actually. I always use the satin fabric on the back, the part that I worked on, and it isn't very... Okay, Abby's doing a bit. Now, it's a nice day out there. Why isn't it? Well, I didn't want to go up there today because nothing's open on a Sunday, only the food shops, and nobody wants to go there. So I'm going to do another one of these roses here to see what this looks like. This is a bit all over the place, this video, but why not? It's just like if you'd come to see me, well, if you come to see me, I won't be sewing, but it's just like, you know, we're here as friends talking, aren't we? Like doing our bit, doing a bit of sewing, okay? And just showing you bits and pieces of how this would work, because it's nice to know, isn't it? Oh, you know what I did? Made a big mistake. I thought my first video I made was right, he's talking to the neighbour now, hubby is. So I thought I was going to have a giveaway in July because I thought I'd been on here 10 years. And anyway, this morning I was watching Treasure Books, the lady that does that, and on there she was putting on a zipper in her things, and I thought, that's weird. That was the first video that I made ever, 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago I did that, and I just put that through there. Look, tell you not what not to do, and I go and do it myself. Righto, so I should have ended that off because now that's going to look weird. Where's the bit of that comes back through there? Anyway, so I went and I had a look at mine because I thought, you know, that was 10 years ago that I did that, because I remembered the first one I made. And I did that in January 2013. So I've been on here now 10 and a half years. So I started getting together the parcel that I'm going to give out because I want somebody to have a prize for me, you know, 10 years. So actually I've done 2 of those ones on the zipper. I did another one in 4 years ago, putting a zipper on the paper to put in your journals or whatever. So that just brought back to mind, oh dear, I remember doing that. And I went and had a look, and there I was, scared as anything I was. I first did that first video. I don't know if I made too many mistakes or what, but I was frightened. There's only me in the room, and I could feel myself shaking because I was doing my first audition, maybe. Well, anyway, so I made a mistake. I've been on here longer than I thought, so I still will have the giveaway, of course, though, but by the end of this month, for people who've commented and my subscribers that have been on here with me, and you can see that this isn't easy. I'm going to put it through that way. Might be a bit easier to get hold of. No, it's come undone. That's what you get, Sonia, for not ending that off. I am not going to take this video off here. I refuse, because I'll never get anything done today if I do that. Because I've been in here for a while. Why didn't I finish that off? I know I leave the, what's the name, undone, but really? The ribbon, but why would I leave the cotton, not join the cotton up? Why would I put no knot in the cotton? Must have come undone, you reckon? You think it just come undone because I was too rough with it? Yeah, right, probably did. I should get the crochet thread out for this, shouldn't I? But I'll get my tweezers. Where are they? Here. So anyway, we'll be right now. I know now it was 10.5 years, not 10, because I couldn't really see. But if you go on there and if you go on your own, I don't know if you can do it with other people. You can, if you go on there, you can see what the date was that had come up there. Sometimes you can only see when it says it's new, but you see the date on it, so that was good. Brought back me memory of that. Mind you, the second one I did, I made it a lot easier. The further I go with it, the better I'll get, I suppose. That was way back when everything was a bit strange looking. This is natty, isn't it? Look, see, this is a nice one with a ripped piece of fabric. Ah, you know what my husband's doing? He's out there clearing out the spiders. He's doing a bit of spider web doing. He gets his broom out and does a bit of spider webs occasionally. Okay. Spring cleaning or spider web cleaning. There's a lot of spiders around here. We have a lot of spiders. Don't see many, thank goodness. I'd like to know when them daddy longlegs come out and make a spider web. Because he cleans them down, right? Don't know if I got any in here. But he does that fairly regular, because I bought him that broom up at the Care and Assist one day, and he does that on a regular basis. And sometimes, you have a spider web inside that you can find, you'll see. And you think, I never seen them make that web. So they're all out there doing all that work while we're asleep. That looks really good. I like that. That's going to go really good on my next project, which is still in my head, so don't get excited yet. Anybody, okay? Don't get too excited. I know poor Jeremy's got to go and have his tooth done. His teeth, he's going to have a tooth out. I don't think he's very pleased about that. He's got to have I'm hoping when I ring up tomorrow that same lady's there that did his before, because he's got a really bad gag reflux or whatever. And he can't even, they can't even go near his mouth, but she does this thing, acupuncture. I might have told you before, she puts, I went in with him because he's really frightened of the needles. He don't like it. So I went in with him and I just sat down on the chair, because I don't know, you sort of get past that when you get old. It doesn't bother me to watch them sort of things. But she got this needle, this acupuncture needle. Well, people would have seen them and that before, I'm sure. She put it into his chin, like in the front of his chin. He never felt a thing. If he didn't put it in there, because he told me later, well, he would have flew off the chair if he had it done. But she was really good, and he had his tooth out and wasn't bad at all. He could let her put his hand in there and put the other needles in and everything after she did that. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Well, see, that's just a piece of fabric that I used with that. And there's lots of organic things around, especially scarves and that. You can buy old scarves that are really thin. You can rip them and make them into things. And I like this because it's a little bit frayy, so that'll look a bit good, won't it? Probably could try the calico too if you really wanted to. I don't know, it's up to you. So this is the satin one that's only soft. So if you could get a chance to go to a shop and say, this is only a few cents a metre. Well, I remember when Mum bought this, I think it was this one, we had this shop here that was a cheapy shop. And those rolls, you know, them big reels that you get? I've got one round here with a ribbon wrap and stuff on it, you know, the big roll it is. Can't see it. Anyway, it said on that thing, this roll, that the ribbon was 25 cents a metre. Okay? And Mum bought a couple of them to the checkout, and the girl sold her the whole things for 25 cents each. So she got these great big reels of ribbon. We didn't know that till we got, well, she thought it wasn't that dear. She got a lot of other stuff. And then we got home and realised that she hadn't charged the price for that. So what are you going to do? You just can't. That can't be helped. That was a bargain for the day, I suppose. That was a really long time ago. That doesn't mean she shouldn't have took it back with us. That's nothing to do with me anyway. So this one here can be a leaf, the one with the wire inside, and I've got a lot of this, and mostly you find these. This is a silk ribbon. Mostly these you get them as I don't know, for wrapping gifts with. It's not actually silk. I don't think the one that you buy for gift wrapping. And I forgot how to do it. This way, Sonia. Look, this is how you make a leaf. This is if you're doing a big piece of work and you want something larger leaf. This is how you make your leaf, okay? And then you would disguise that underneath your rose or something. Right, you get me? You'll put a rose on there. I can't see one of them. No. I got a rosing anywhere. Probably not. But anyway, so that's just what I'd do if I was using, you know, for using different things. So these three are not silk ribbon, but the organza, even the torn piece of fabric, and this is the silk ribbon, satin ribbon I mean. This one I'm not a big fan of. It's okay. It would look good on the rolled rose thing, and you only have to make a hole to put it in and a hole to take it back out again. So I hope that that's something that helps you. And the lady, Karen Lolo, I hope that's saying your name right, asked me about have a piece of work to sell a piece of work that was just beaded, and then she said she'd put in a frame. But if she really does want to buy a piece off me, just email me and I will show you what I can sell and how much it costs. Okay, I've got a lot of pieces there, and I haven't put anything in my Etsy because I'm just being really a bit lazy at the moment. Not lazy, but I've just got so much to do. I just feel like I haven't got time to worry about that. I've only got 2 little books in there now, 2 little books, and needle books, and I don't really want to put anything more in. I need to put the price of them down a bit because they're too expensive, because I've had to do the shipping included in them, and that was not fun. I got this the other day at Temu, and I'm going to try and do something with this, I reckon. I don't know if it's going to work, what I'm going to do with it. I was going to try and cover this a ring thing, Sonia. There's only a small one. Them things should be still here on the table because I don't put anything away, do I? I wonder if this is going to work. I've got to find something to do with this, don't I? Well, you couldn't... I don't think you could sew with it. It's too stiff. But you could plait it and make a trim of some sort, couldn't you? If you wanted to. It's a nylon-y thing. I'm just doing a tiny bit of fiddling here in a minute, and I'll show you if it just starts to work. We'll see what we can do with it. If I wrapped it round in this, would it stay there? You could do a stitch on. That's too small, that ring just playing around with there. That's way too small. I think I'll put another one in this thing over here. I'll go back to my ribbon embroidery now, though. I've gone off on a tangent out in the distance, and I need to get back onto this. Righto. I don't know if I can actually do anything with this. It's pretty, isn't it? This bit of stuff. I've got to find something to make with it. It's really nice. I thought it looked pretty. I thought I'd have that. It's a free one. Okay, now I've got some leaves around that, so that doesn't look too bad, does it? I just need a few little bits and pieces on here as well. Now we need to do some more stitching, I suppose, and more beads. Put some beads on that, couldn't I? And some sequins down along here. I love that, and I do love those pieces. So I do need these are ones with organza. Look at that. And to be honest with you, I should have put the stitches a lot closer together. So I made them, and then that looks pretty good. I'm going to put some beads on this. That's what I'm going to do today. If you want to watch me do that, that's fine. You're perfectly welcome to. Put some beads on and see how they go. It looks like I don't want two thicknesses of thread. It won't work. They always cobble up and makes a mess. Okay, righto. Let's put some beads. Well, first of all, I'm going to put some across here where this. Maybe I'll put stitching because I've already got them. So let's go and put these on this bead. Some on this piece here. Okay. I love those little buttons too. They look really cool, don't they? Now, we could do some nice yellow ones, I reckon. These will look good. I got the little yellow sequins. Put behind them. Oh, well, they're sort of orangey colour, aren't they? One sequin and one bead. And just go down behind the back of there. Put it on this. That looks nice, doesn't it? This is really, really soft because it's made with the lace. It's okay, nobody panics. It's made with all lace on a piece of fabric. That's very soft and delicate, it is. So you didn't really want to be using. Need to put more embroidery on. These stitches here look like little coral, don't they? They do. I got a timer on this. That's how come I'm fiddling around for so long. I know what I'm doing. I think I do. Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. I've got to make sure that I don't get too over the top. I want to keep it really, really pale. Well, not pale, but I don't know, delicate, dainty. This is woven around in the breeze too, that bit. What's wrong with me? What have I done here? Put that on the wrong way. Yeah. Look what you did. I'm going to go back and fix that. This one's got to come out first. Or was this the last one I did in here? No, it's this one. Instead of going back through the sequin, I went over the side of the sequin. And that was threaded for me too. Now I'm going to be trying to thread this one again. It's a good needle. Still it's not around the corner or anything. Well, come on. Is it great how I use my thumb to do everything, and it's keeps splitting because I can't not use it. Anyway, what can I do? You know, when you get old, things just won't heal for me. I try, keep it looked after, but it's not easy. I noticed I was using it to take the USB stick out of my camera, which I don't do that anymore. I just connect it straight to the computer. But before I was taking the USB stick out, and it kept on cracking that thumbnail. And there's something else I did. But then again, there's could be something wrong with it, why it won't grow properly. Come on, get back in there, please. That's why I started trying to have them covered over, because they were a bit manky, but I can't help it. Okay, now I've finally got that on there. We're going to go back through the bead and then back through the sequence. Not out the side of the sequence, Sonia, through. Right, now pick up your sequence. Maybe not, didn't get him. That one right, yeah. Through there, through here. I'm thinking about asking it. Oh no, I can't do that tomorrow. Have I done that again wrong? Really? Sometimes, if you're lucky, I just was then, I just put that needle back through where it went through. You can sometimes just pull it from the back and it'll go back through, because they're that fine. You don't get stuck. So I keep going to go down the side of it. I don't know why it was getting me wrong there. Well, I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, so that looks okay. Oh, look at that. It's a bit close to that one. Doesn't matter. It's all pretty, isn't it? It's all pretty. Come here. Another one of these. So we've only got a few minutes. And I'd just like to finish this bit here so I could put something in there. I need to end that off better than it is. Take it through to the back, because you can fix it around that bit there in a minute, because there'll be a seam probably on this. Don't know yet whether I'm going to turn it into something or not. And here I am using my tweezers where I would usually use my... I'm going to still put these things into a smaller pot, because I just have got too much... Come back through there. Too many things in the one place, and it's just really bugging me. It really is. I had a big sleep last night, even though I couldn't, well, not for a long time, I didn't go to sleep. But I think I might have took too many pain pills. Well, I was in a lot of pain. I didn't take too many. I couldn't wait. I had these ones, and after a few hours it still didn't work, so I took some more. And then I went to sleep, thank goodness, and my arm stopped hurting. My hand. Done that. That worked. So I've ended that off now. I'm pleased with that, and I'm going to end this off here and make sure that I do it without having them bits bagging about underneath there. I have to get a drink of water, everything's mouth's going dry. But I suppose I should get off here anyway too, because I don't want this to be too long. And I hope that you've got some sort of ideas from things from me today about what you can use in your work. And then I'm just going to go here where these pieces are, and I've got there's a little bit of thread on here, excuse me. And very carefully I'm going to stitch these down so they won't come out, and also so they don't get caught up too much in other things. But you all should I'll always tell you about watching the back of your work, because, you know, I've had a few accidents in the past, and I do not appreciate it when you've done a really good job and then you've pulled it all undone and got it caught up. And especially with the ribbon embroidery, because it's, you know, a delicate, dainty thing to my way of thinking, and you don't want to wreck it. Okay, so I'm going to put some little beads in them too, I think, in the centre of those, like I did with them ones there, and some on there. But anyway, I'll let you go now, and I'll talk to you later. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good day. And stay safe, and let's have a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you can watch some of the ads, that's really good too. It helps me, my channel, financially. People think they're going to go on here and become rich on YouTube, but it doesn't happen. I never thought that anyway. I wanted just to teach, and that's why I do it this way, because it's the only way I can, But anyway, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.